Welcome to Wisdom for Your Day. Sit back and get ready for life lessons from real people that you can apply to your journey today. The moment you first look into your newborn son's eyes, a profound weight of responsibility washes over you. You realize you have been entrusted with a life that will depend entirely on your guidance and love. Naturally, you begin visualizing a future full of shared moments, like dedicated hours on a basketball court perfecting a jump shot together. There's an immediate, intense resolve to provide the unwavering attention and deep respect that you missed during your own childhood. But an intellectual desire to be a good father often hits a wall when you realize you have no baseline model to follow. You find yourself trying to construct a healthy identity for your child, while your own foundation remains empty. For many, the only available model is a father who was himself unhealed. My father was a man searching for acceptance he never received from his own parents, and that search often manifested as verbal and physical abuse within our home. At 6 years old, I was being called a burro, or a donkey. It is impossibly hard for a child to process that kind of relentless yelling, and that emotional stress eventually began to show in my schoolwork. By the 6th grade, I was failing classes and placed in special education. My self-esteem had dropped to a state where I simply began to fill the role of the burro my father told me I was. To find any example of a positive male figure, I turned to television. I watched shows like The Brady Bunch and All in the Family, looking for some external cue on how a father was supposed to behave. When your home life is defined by trauma and you lack real-life role models, you become trapped in a cycle of seeking validation from the outside world. You look to everyone else to tell you who you are, because the voices at home have already told you that you aren't enough. Among all the fictional families on TV, the one figure who established a direct, personal connection with me was Fred Rogers. I remember an episode where he looked into the camera to give a pep talk, but as the angle changed, it revealed he was actually speaking to his own reflection in a mirror. He was modeling a conversation with himself. This chart visualizes the shift in perspective that followed. I realized that if I took responsibility for my inner self-talk, the validation I was looking for from the outside world became less necessary. Seeing a grown man encourage himself in a mirror suggested that the labels my father gave me, like Burro, didn't have to be my reality. I saw for the first time that I could choose the words I used to describe myself, effectively building a new home within my own mind. This realization led to a daily practice of mirror work, a deliberate method to stop the search for external approval and begin the process of internal healing. Every morning, before even brushing my teeth, I made it a point to look directly into my own eyes in the mirror. I needed to see the person I was talking to. In that reflection, I would speak specific affirmations out loud. You are cool, you are fun, you are the best. I was rewriting my own narrative, one sentence at a time. It felt awkward and even a little funny at first, but by pushing through that initial embarrassment, I slowly started to feel stronger and more empowered. I couldn't change the verbal abuse happening in my physical house, but I could change what was happening in the place I called home within. This routine provided the architecture to finally control my own sense of worth. The ultimate lesson here is that fatherhood involves a dual responsibility. You must learn to father your own inner child with the love and attention he deserves before you can effectively do the same for your own children. This is what I call modeling growth. By healing and empowering ourselves from within, we become equipped to provide that same environment of growth for the people who look up to us. This internal work is what creates a superpower dad. It is the process of becoming the best version of yourself so you can finally be the father you visualized when you first looked into your son's eyes. I encourage you to look at your own reflection today. Ask yourself what your inner child needs from you, and start giving him the respect he has been waiting for. You too can apply the life lessons to your life today. Become a champion of change and be the change you want to see. This has been Wisdom for Your Day. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. For more, visit us on YouTube by the same name.